What is going on? Today's that special day. It is April 6th, 2020. And what day is that? This is the day that the new tariffs and penalties for currency manipulation go into effect. Okay, so I don't know if this means it's from now on or if this is retro back. I didn't see anything that would indicate that this stuff was retro back. Now, having said that, I did go check the Vietnam VND. It has not changed. Okay, that doesn't mean that it's not going to. Keep in mind that the currency manipulation report comes out twice a year, and that is November and May. Okay, so the new rules are now being implemented. Keep in mind again that Vietnam was on last May's report, which means they're automatically on there in November's. What they don't want to be is on there again in May. So in last March, they were violating three of the three, criterias that keep them on the manipulation list. Then in November, they were down to just one. Since then, they have creeped back up to two. So we'll see what happens. So just like we talked about before in Vietnam, we are looking for growth in the economy because it's not the same situation as what's happening over in Iraq. But before we get there, let me show you something. I definitely want to go to Vietnam. Now I'm a seafood eater, and all this looks good, man. All of it looks good. You got bananas. Ugh. All of it just looks good. Anyways, I was looking at pictures of food and I watched videos, so it looked really good. You want to hear something funny, man? When we're in a recession like this, or we're in a downtime with the markets, one of the things you could do is take a look and pay attention to what companies are thriving in this economical crash and which ones are suffering. So in the future, and when you have the money after these rate change happen and you see this is coming up, you remember which ones go up and which ones go down. So right now is a good time to be really paying attention to the markets and paying attention to which ones thrive. We know gold, silver does. That's definitely there. Okay, but look at alcohol sales increased 55%. Well, we know this. There's a couple of things that are going to happen. Oh man, just look at that, lovely. Anyways, so look, so hard liquors, including tequila and gin, as well as cocktails, are the favorites amongst consumers. So what does that mean? What do we invest in? Tequila and gin in the future. All right. So I don't know about you, but if sales is up 55% and we are all quarantined in the house, can you say we're getting ready to have a baby boom all over again? Because there's some people in the house, no jobs, no nothing, drinking. There's going to be a lot of babies here really soon. Anyways, I was trying to make this point that, look, right now is really a good time to pay attention to the stock market to figure out which stocks are thriving and which ones are suffering. Okay, so the next time we start to head into something like this, you are already ahead of the ball game. I just thought this was interesting to pay attention to. So gin and tequila are obviously the drinks you want to go ahead and invest in when the time comes. Okay, a quick reminder, everybody, that hey, Pimpy's Investment Chat, there is a Facebook group with the same name. Just don't forget that. I leave a link in the description for you to come along and join. In here, we have all kinds of news regarding Vietnam Dong and the Zim, as well as the Iraqi dinar, gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies. So again, I'll leave a link in there. Come on back. Also, for those of you, cryptocurrencies are steadily climbing. They're doing a really good job of going up. I did this on XRP to show you what the climb has been for this past week. There's been a steady climb within the cryptocurrency market. So in the description, there's a link there to go to Coinbase. It will give you $10 to go ahead and join if you follow that link. Also, if you go down to where it says earn cryptocurrencies, you can earn up to about $160 of free cryptocurrencies just for joining. That's not such a bad deal. Okay, I already told you there is no change in the value of the Vietnam Dong. So let's see. Let's jump over here into the news because I keep telling you that, look, the more that Vietnam grows economically, the better it is for us that hold on to the Vietnam Dong. So anyways, today the Vietnam, and this is interesting because it isn't just here. Even despite the fact that the world is supposed to be hurting economically and people aren't working due to the coronavirus, the markets for some strange reason seem to be resilient and are starting a mini comeback. Vietnam had the largest one-day gain in 19 years on their stock exchange. All right, which is really interesting considering they're going through the same things we are. They have corona-related issues, but their stock market and their economy seems to be thriving. Why? I have no idea. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some areas that are hurting, but for the most part, when they say, oh, Vietnam's hurting a little bit, oh, they're not hurting. They slow down. That's all that happened, and they're still ahead of the ballgame. All right, so this is showing you they had a 736.75 point gain in one day on the Vietnam index. This is the type of thing that we are looking for. We want to see the economy of Vietnam continue to thrive. We want to see it grow. This will only help its currency, especially if the United States currency is hurting, okay? So as the dollar gets weaker, there gets stronger, guess what they're going to have to do? That's right, they're going to have to increase their rates, okay? Is there anything else exciting about Vietnam? Yes, Vietnam's economy stays resilient to external shocks, okay? So this one's just a little bit older. It's about a week old, but even so, look at, wow, Vietnam remains significantly exposed to the coronavirus outbreak and the ongoing turbulence in the global financial markets. Its economy stayed resilient to external shocks in the first few months of 2020. And we talked about this. I told you, wow, man, they are seeing still growth, and it's by the billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. I think the first quarter of this year, they had a $92 billion growth. What the heck, man? That's crazy. And there's still, I read other articles where there's other countries that are coming into Vietnam to invest. This is good. Vietnam is one of those places that I want to go and travel to, and Iraq as well, as long as there's no dang ISIS running around there. Hopefully not. But you know, I'm stupid enough, I still go. But anyways, Iraq has where the Sumerian tombs are, or Sumerian temples, and I want to go check that out. But nonetheless, Vietnam has a lot. I've seen so many videos on YouTube where you see they have these street markets or these street food vendors. Man, it looks like everything there looks yummy. But nonetheless, look at this article goes on. And as usual, I will leave a link to all the articles in the description so you can come check them out. But anyways, just going on to talk about all those countries in the South China Sea that I talk about. Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines, you know, all of those places are thriving despite what's going on around the world economically. They are the benefactors of what happened during the China trade war. Now, here's my prediction, is that they're only going to get stronger. There is a lot of things happening over there. For those you don't know, China makes almost all of our medicines, all of them, and they threaten to stop making them. They threaten us with it. So I guarantee you 100% of that medicine is coming back here. But not just that, there's people, countries around the world that want to punish China for this virus. So don't be surprised. There's going to be tariffs and there's going to be other sanctions on China. Don't be surprised if you don't see a lot of companies that are there bail out. And you're going to see them go right over here into Vietnam and these other countries I'm talking about. Indonesia, Malaysia. So for some of you, I told you I was keeping an eye on these currencies. They are slowly gaining strength. But let's wait till the coronavirus issue is done. We know that April 6th today, the new tariffs and trade penalties go into effect if you're manipulating your currencies. These people are trying to grow internationally, so let's keep an eye on this. This is probably one of those ones you want to jump on now while the currencies are low, because I do anticipate them growing, okay? Let's see what else is going on. Look at this. U.S. attracts most Vietnamese investment in 3 months. Sheesh, not only is Vietnam trying to grow internally, but they're stretching out into other areas to grow. These, again, are the types of things we want to look for. This means the country is doing really, really good. All right. During the period, the country secured investment certificates for 27 projects worth $22.9 million US, with 6 others were permitted to add $26.4 million. Okay, so look, there. I'm going to leave this article again. You can see right now the U.S. was the top recipient of Vietnamese capital in the first quarter of this year, okay? they are thriving. They are doing good. So I'm excited about this. Every time I read the news every day, and you guys don't need to see these articles every day. I just do them about every other day or so, unless something really big happens, to show you that, look, have faith in your Vietnam dong. They are going to continue to grow. As they grow, their currency gets stronger. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to share this with you. All this does look good. And like I said, I anticipate on going to Vietnam. All this looks, I don't know about the dead duck over here. I don't know what the hell is going on with that thing, but nonetheless, I'll eat its claw though, okay? So I like this kind of food. I hate to admit it, but I do. I like it a lot. I've eaten it many times. So anyways, I just wanted to share you the latest and the greatest with what's going on in Vietnam. No, the currency did not change, unfortunately. But again, the new currency manipulation report comes out in May, and Vietnam does not want to be on there, okay? So let's just keep monitoring it and keep an eye on it and watch what happens, okay? I'll catch you later. Bye.